As you get, you move. Snap and move. Yeah, hi guys. How on a day? Yeah, this is Agui TV. Yeah, please don't forget to share my video, follow my YouTube channel and Facebook page. Please, if you come across my video, please like and share. Make could help me build my page. I just want to give an update. Say, Tinubu don't settle the rift between Wike and Tonyako. Tonyako na APC candidate, governor candidate, wey be say run for governor election. But Wike come, as he do mago na, as he take harass everybody, come win the election. And the man na APC man. Now Wike dey take the glory, say na him deliver for Rivers State. Why the man become angry, say him wey be APC member, they no dey give am the credit. Na Wike dem dey give the credit. So even yesterday, where Wike invite Tinubu to Rivers State, no invite the Tonyako. So Tonyako can't go Arise TV yesterday, can't go do interview, saying he must to pursue a mandate. Say even they talk, so make it see as everything happen. So if they talk, say Wike intimidate everybody, carry police, carry military, use tout to talk. So they intimidate voters that day. So even rig the election. So you talk am. So you rig the election to win am for that governorship election. So now I ask am, what about the president? The man no want to talk about the presidential election because say an APC man be Tinubu na APC man, so you no want to talk against him boss. So, but it does say the election no go well for Rivers State. They manipulate the result to them. Tinubu don't call them yesterday. Their two don't settle. They don't settle their rift, and their two can't get handshake. I go let una make una watch the video. Make I not talk too much for you. Make una just watch this video. Share this video for me. Subscribe my YouTube channel and follow me on my Facebook page. Please always share my video. Follow me, make I grow this page. Thank you and God bless you.
Ruben, thank you very, very much. And I will describe the visit in from two sides. The first side of it is the president-elect. As the president-elect of Nigeria, he has every right to go anywhere. And Rivers State government, as a government, invited him, and he has come. He's honored that invitation as president-elect and has come to Rivers State as president-elect. With that, we have no problem at all. Where the issue is that the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, ought to also be the governor of all Rivers people. And one of the things that he should have done, if inviting the president-elect, who is the president-elect of all Nigeria, would have been to call us as APC in Rivers State to inform us that he is inviting the president-elect and would want us to be part of that program. We never got any invitation. I wasn't invited personally. I was not invited in my capacity as a candidate. Neither was our party, APC in Rivers State, invited to any of these things. And I believe that that is where the difference between the president-elect acting in his capacity as the president-elect for all of Nigeria and Governor Nyesom Wike acting in his capacity as governor of just the particular section of Rivers people. That is where our disagreement stands. Today, he is president-elect of not APC, but president-elect of Nigeria. So there is a big difference. The onus now is on the governor of Rivers State, who was making that invitation, to determine who and who he wants to come. And he made it very clear that he was not going to invite us. So we were not invited, and I would not crash that party. And I have to give the president-elect his honor. He would not start dragging me into a place where I wasn't invited. I got no invitation on this, and I'm a man of principle. I wouldn't begin to crash a party that I wasn't invited to. On the second question, now this is where the crux of the matter is. There is an impunity level that we saw in Rivers State elections, especially when it comes to the gubernatorial, that we cannot just stand by and keep quiet on. Not only were we prevented from collecting documents that are rightfully ours, those documents up until today, we have been refused access to our documents. We are expected to collect our CTC documents so that we can file for at the electoral tribunal. Rufai, you would not believe that PDP mounted, for the first time in Nigeria's history, mounted a blockade of INEC's office to prevent us from accessing those documents. The law, electoral law, gives the REC 14 days for which to provide those documents. After 14 days, he is liable to 12 months imprisonment for contravening that law. Right now, he's standing on that with that threat over him. But moving forward, the electoral tribunal, we went to the electoral tribunal and we got a court order compelling INEC to release the documents. Still today, that order has been ignored. The bailiff has served INEC that order again last week, Wednesday, compelling them that they must release the documents. That's from the electoral tribunal. We still have not received those documents. And what I'm pointing out here is that this level of impunity by INEC cannot be allowed to stand. Nigerians must understand it, and we have to continue to fight for what is right and what is just. But one of the problems that we have in Nigeria today and Nigerian politics is that we do not find people who are determined to dig to the truth. Rivers State election was a public disgrace. It wasn't hidden. We saw exactly what happened. For goodness sake, I lost my DG. He was killed. His funeral is on Saturday. They're burying him on Saturday. What do I tell the family of Chisom Leonard, who was killed in cold blood, plus 2 other agents, that they were killed and we just walked away? I asked for a list of everybody who has died on APC's account. These are APC members that have been killed since 2015 till today. Ruben, you will be shocked. I've now asked for a complete list. There are over 50. And I want to send that list to you so that you can take a look at the names of people who have died. I think justice demands that we follow this to the end. Where do we stand with this? Is the judiciary in Nigeria able to stand and say that where injustice was done, they are going to correct it? It's possible. Everybody keeps telling me that the judiciary is so corrupt that we are not going to get justice. I choose to defer. I have met people within the judiciary who have stood and said that we are not going to collect a bribe and we are going to do what is right. There may be an exception, but as long as that exception exists, we have hope. And I believe 100% that we are going to see somebody who is going to stand at this tribunal and say that what was done in Rivers State is an injustice, and Tony Cole and APC deserve to be the ones who won that election and should be sworn in as governor of Rivers State. I'm holding on to that. So what he had to do was deploy intimidation, violence, bribery, threats, killing, and all sorts of things to ensure that the election was stolen. Having done that, my president-elect cannot stand by and endorse all of those things and just say that this is allowed to go. He will not be able to do that because the facts on the ground are that these things were the only way that PDP could win the election in the state by deploying undemocratic means to win. And that's what we're standing on. For us, we are not interested in what kind of politics is about deal making. So we're not interested in whether a deal was made or not made. What we're interested in is that having done that deal, what happened on the election day and can we get it through? Regardless.
Okay, Mr. Toriko, I just want to quickly, tiny bit, confirm something. So are you saying that the victory that was delivered for your president-elect in Rivers State was delivered by suppression of votes, maligning people, hurting people, suppressing them? Is that what you're saying?
No.
And that should not stand?
No. Remember, Rufai, that when the first election, the presidential election happened, nobody was expecting any kind of trouble because we were all relying on the beavers to work. So everybody went through an election. The morning of that election was peaceful, there was no problem. And then the beavers did not work. And some people took advantage of that to begin to mutilate results and all of that. Presidential election is a totally different thing. The 2 weeks or 3 weeks that happened after that went through is where we began to see intimidation, violence, and killing. Nobody died at the presidential election, but when it came to the gubernatorial election, all hell broke loose because they now saw that there was an opportunity to bypass beavers, to do all sorts of things. So my grouse is not with the first aspect of it. My grouse is with what happened during the presidential election, where canes were used to flog people, where open threats were made, where people were told that if they did not come out to vote for PDP, they should not come out. That is where the grouse is, and that's where people died, and that is exactly what we are fighting against.